Think I can do it, Micah? All right, here we go.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I've got the paramotor loaded up in the back. We are heading out to the airport to meet the guys, and tonight we're going to be discussing a topic that I know is on everybody's minds that's getting into the sport. How safe are these paramotors? Make sure to stay to the end of the video, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Now let's not waste any time. Let's get up in the air and talk about this.
All right, guys, we are up. I know most of you guys watch my videos and you think, well, you're crazy, you must have a death wish. But you also say it looks like a lot of fun. So today, we're going to debunk some of those myths about paramotoring. So first and foremost with the paramotor, the number one thing you want to pay attention to is the weather. If you can become good at analyzing winds and gusts and weather patterns, then you'll definitely succeed in the sport. Another thing is proper training. I know prices of everything are extremely high nowadays, and training's not cheap. And yes, you can successfully self-train, but I do not recommend that. I recommend going to a reputable instructor. That way you can learn everything about weather and everything about your gear that you already don't know or wouldn't know if you didn't get formal training. The third thing I want to talk about is your mental state. If you've had a long, stressful day at work or whatever the case may be, and you're just not feeling 100% you that day, then just wait for another day. There's always another day to fly. This is aviation, and it's not forgiving. You always want to be at your best when you're flying. The two most dangerous things in paramotoring are ground starting and landing in water. Make sure you never start your motor on the ground. Always strap up to it first. It's just not worth it. And when it comes to flying around water, either have a chase boat if it's really deep, or make sure you stay close to the edge where you can, if you were to have a motor out and you do land in the water, it's shallow enough to where you can stand up. There have been several more incidents and fatalities here in the past few years. And I know a lot of you guys see different things on YouTube and you probably think, well, it can't be safe with all this stuff happening. And what I have to say to that is, one, there are a lot more people getting into the sport, and with more people comes more problems, more stuff happening. And when you really break down every event that happens in this sport, you can really quickly identify exactly what happened, and 99.9% of it is pilot error. You basically have weather, pilot error, and equipment malfunctions. Those are really the only three things you can have in this sport. And as long as you're pre-flighting your gear, checking weather, and making sure you're mentally fit and stable to flight that day, yes, something can still go wrong, but it's not likely. For those of you that do not know or you're not currently in the sport, there's a new app out. Well, I say new. It's been out for several months now, but it's helped make the sport a lot safer. It's called Gaggle. And it tracks your flight, and it also warns you for other aircraft in the area. So it's kind of cool in that aspect. A lot of people also ask me, what happens if your motor dies? Well, when you're flying, you should always have a good spot picked out that is a good spot to land. If your motor dies, you simply glide down. There's nothing else to it. You won't just fall out of the sky because you have a motor out. Whenever you're out here watching some of these YouTube videos of guys taking these things and throwing them upside down, guys, it's just not a smart move to make early on in your flying career. Just get comfortable with your equipment. Some people just enjoy getting up, seeing the scenery, and having a nice, safe, smooth flight. Other people like to go up and yank and bang. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, you can't just go up and decide to take it upon yourself to just start trying maneuvers that you're not comfortable with, because then you'll get yourself into trouble. Statistically, paramotors are safer than riding a motorcycle. However, they are not as safe as driving down the road in a car. The main thing you have to ask yourself is, how much risk are you willing to take to get rewarded? And flying is one of the most amazing things you'll ever do in your life. Everything in the world can be dangerous to some extent. But guys, you only get one life, you gotta live it. Guys, I encourage you to let me know down in the comments if these videos are helping you at all, or if there's anything else that you would like me to cover in more depth. If you haven't seen my first video on how dangerous are paramotors, check it out. This is kind of a part 2, because I've been having a lot of people ask me questions about it that are really wanting to get into it. And I really would encourage you guys that are looking into this sport heavily, don't see a video online of a crash or anything and let that discourage you. Because I've been flying for several years and I have tons of hours on different paramotors, and I've never even stubbed a toe. And I have several friends that I fly with, and they've all had several hundred hours of successful flight time with absolutely no recordable injuries. So in a sense, paramotors are very safe. They're basically as safe as you make them. Well, I got 2 other guys flying with me tonight. They just both got up, so I'm going to quit talking. You guys get back, sit back, enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for coming along. As always, blue skies, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Think I can do it, Micah? Think I can do it? All right, here we go. I've always wanted to do that.
I've been giving you the worst of me. Now you wanna stay the night. Pity how you work hard for me, while forgetting how to talk. Nah, I don't like no humble beats. Just go and slice it up. Now it's time to marinate, and right after we're done, I like it when you're looking like